Hey, and welcome to another video. It's good to have you along. My name is this guy, but you can call me Elmo Karjalainen. Today I'm taking a look at the Boss DS-1 Distortion. This thing has been used by everyone and their dog. It's been on tons and tons of records, and we'll check out if it sounds any good. We'll do that right after this intro. Okay, so checking out the near legendary Boss DS-1. Who am I kidding? It's legendary. If it was near legendary, it would be Spinal Tap. Hey, so the Boss DS-1 is an orange box that's, it's, according to the Boss website, it's their most popular stomp box ever. And yeah, if you've never heard of this, well, I don't know where you've been. It has three controls. It has tone, level, and distortion. And I'll just get it hooked up and we'll check it out. Okay, so before I get going, what else do I have here? I have a mahogany Strat with Seymour Duncan YJM Fury pickups. I have a Strymon Sunset, just so that you get a reference point. That's the kind of sound that I'm normally after. And I have a Marshall 1987X and a Marshall cab. I have a bit of delay in the loop, and here's my clean sound. So that's the clean sound, and here as a point of reference is the type of sound that I'm normally after, kind of my go-to lead sound. So that's my kind of go-to lead sound. It also helps to calibrate my ears. I've found that when I try a new pedal, it's sometimes good to have a reference point because your ears can get a bit lost if you're playing around with something new for a while. So here's the Boss DS-1. I have everything set to 12 o'clock. Okay, so let's check out what the tone knob does first. So I'll just turn that all the way down and see what it sounds like. And then all the way the other way around. Okay, that might just be one of the worst things I've ever heard. I liked it at 12 o'clock and I even liked it all the way down. I think I'll go for something in between. I'll go with 10 o'clock. So here it is with tone at 10 o'clock. Okay, that sounds very nice. It has a very broad scope on the tone, so all the way up it was just terrible. All the way down it was really dark. But it's nice that it has a kind of broad spectrum, because some tone pots on other pedals have been a bit disappointing in that they've not done too much. This one does a whole lot. I'll turn the distortion to 3 o'clock now and see what that sounds like. Okay, it's sounding very pleasant so far, which is usually not the case with distortions, at least the ones that I've tried. I've not found them to be terribly pleasant. I'll turn level all the way up and see what that does. And at this point I have to say it's a very quiet pedal. I also have a noise gate, but I haven't got it turned on yet, and there's not a lot of noise. But this is what it sounds like with the level up on full and distortion on 3 o'clock. It's still sounding very nice, and it cleans up nicely with the tone pot as well, so you can do some chord work and it'll not sound mushy or that every note is that you can't distinguish between the different notes. Alright, so I'll just add distortion, put that all the way up and see what that sounds like. Okay, so now we have a bit of hiss going on. It's still not a whole lot, but there's a noticeable amount, so I'll just use the noise gate. That's better. And this is what it sounds like with distortion and level all the way up. Okay, so here we get the trouble with distortions for me. Okay, there's more going on, but it's also starting to sound a bit buzzy. Whereas, in my opinion, overdrives, or at least good overdrives, don't do that. And every distortion pedal I've tried has basically had this problem. It has to do with the way it clips the waveform, and not get into the technical details of that here. But anyway, that's been my experience with distortion pedals. So this might be something for someone, not really for me. I'll just A and B the Strymon and the Boss, and just to check out the differences. So here's the Boss. And here's the Strymon. There's a huge difference going on in tone there as well, so I'll just add a bit of tone to the DS-1 to try to compensate and roll off on the tone on the Strymon, so we get closer, kind of, so that they're a bit closer to each other. Okay, so here's the DS-1 with tone now at roughly 2 o'clock. I can't live with that. I'll take tone back to 12 o'clock. So here it is. And here's the Strymon. Okay, so there's a huge difference in tone between the two, and I don't think I can match them even close. And there's also a difference in the way they clip. I like the Strymon a bit more. It screams a bit more, but it's not my absolute favorite overdrive pedal. I like the Fender Yngwie Malmsteen overdrive more, but I don't have it here. Actually, don't know where I have it. But I have my pedal board set up here, and I have the Strymon because it's a more versatile pedal, so I use that live. The Distortion, it's not bad, but it's not my cup of tea. Might be your cup of tea, and that's great. And at the price that it is, it's $50 new on Amazon, and that's not a lot of money. The Strymon is somewhere closer to $300 if I remember correctly. So maybe you better get the DS-1 instead of the Strymon. Or you can get a Fender Yngwie Malmsteen overdrive. Or if you want to splash out on the Strymon, it's a very versatile thing. But the DS-1, I kind of like the sound of it, but it doesn't really tick all the boxes that I think it should. It doesn't really scream. It buzzes too much. And it has a nice variety of tones. I could tweak that a bit and probably get something even better out of it. But that's, I think you get the kind of basic idea. And it's a very nice pedal. So no wonder it's been a popular one. Not entirely my cup of tea. That's basically all I have for you today. And now, if you liked the video, please press like and subscribe if you haven't already. Comment, let me know what you thought, and if you have a DS-1 and you have something else that you like more, let me know, or, well, basically just let me know. If you like ice cream, let me know. And support me on Patreon, because I buy all the gear that I review, so you get an honest review. Now, I'm gonna end with a bit more on the DS-1, just so you get to hear it a bit more. It's been a pleasure having you along. Take care. Goodbye.